Hello again. This is so nice. This is the progress of the farm that I planted the other day, the maize and beans. You can see the wonderful, it's a wonderful. I want to apply fertilizer today. The maize is being wonderful. Here's the beans. Just the sugar cane I planted, just randomly. It's already growing. Uh, a lot of weeds. A lot of weeds in the garden, but yeah, thing is good. Thing is good. You see the far end. It's good. Thing is good. Yeah, this is a beautiful tour of my farm. This is paper. It has grown very well. You can see is nice. Going to add spice into food. This paper. It is very big. Let's hope that it matures. The birds will spare us and not eat everything. This flower has a problem, very big problem. You can see this flower has a very big problem. You can see very big problem. Yeah, it's beautiful. That is how the garden is today. Yeah. See, check again. You know the name of this vegetable? Call it mchicha. This. Look at the maize. Imagine I have not applied fertilizer, but just look at it. It's so nice, so nice, so nice, so nice. So nice. Blessings. These are blessings. In fact, going to do well. Let me show you around. This one I think is the biggest. This is one avocado tree I have planted here. It is growing well. If you want more of these videos, you can tell me through the comment section. You need agricultural videos. I'll continue with my teaching, or both. Yeah, feel free to share. This is another farm. Those are cassava. These ones are cassavas. They have really matured well. So in the village here, now we are in holiday. Right now is, apart from teaching, we also do some agricultural vlogs. This is just a tour on our farm. You can see our farm is doing well. Yeah, so the other side, it is grassy. It's so much, has a lot of grass. Planning to look for somebody to weed this part so that at least can put something on this farm. Yeah, yeah. This is one of our farm in our home here. It is stony. It is stony. It has a lot of stones, but it's very fertile. I remember one time we planted some kales. Did very well here. Yeah, you can see it. Stones everywhere. Stones everywhere. Stones everywhere. Look. Yeah, this is our farm. Stones everywhere. Stones everywhere. So today I'm just giving a tour on our farm. Nothing special, nothing more. Yeah, then later I'll go to my other farms. I planted maize and beans and apply fertilizer so that the leaf of the plants becomes green, greener and greener and greener, greener and greener. Let's see, these are stones. This is a very huge stone. This is a very huge stone, very huge. Gigantic, gigantic. I don't know how to say gigantic or gigantic. This is another farm again. Look at the far end. The maize are growing very well. We just weeded recently, so I think everything is good. Everything is good. This is our family shamba, so I think the maize doing well this time round. May harvest, may have a bumper harvests. Here's also another part. So another part. Look at the far end there. We have maize, 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 maize. These are bananas, sugar canes, integrated like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm looking for paper. There's paper I planted somewhere. I'm trying to look for it. I don't know whether it is already. Can I find this plant is believed to prevent I don't know how to call them, moles from getting into the shamba. I don't know if it is superstitious or what. I don't know the name of this plant. As this, I don't know. This is. I don't know, this is. I think these ones are. Let's say these ones are seeds of the plant itself. We used to have a lot of. We used to have a lot of pineapples around, integrated the same way here in the shamba. Right now the population is down. Again, integrated farming is one of the farming methods that we do here in our country, Kenya, especially in our village, in Abohanze village. We integrate everything so that when one enterprise fails or when one crop fails, we benefit from the other. You can see. Yeah, so today is just giving a simple on our garden today, our shamba. Look at environment is good. I feel good today. Today is Tuesday. I think this is a Tuesday in our country. There's a national exam going on. KCSE exam. It is a very serious exam in our country because it is guarded by policemen. It is done by everyone in the country, from wherever background you come from, whether you are poor, whether you are rich. It is done. It is done. It's done. Imagine, in whichever part of the country. Yeah. So I teachers invigilate exams during this time, but I invigilated another part of the exam, the lower part. We have different exams in our country. We have KAPSEA, we have KAJSEA, we have KCSE. As I told you, our system has changed in our country. So right now we invigilated grade 6, other people invigilated grade 9, others are invigilating KCSE exam today. So right now I'm free. I'm doing my agriculture vlogs. Yesterday I taught on nationality adjectives. I believe that you'll watch the video, you'll enjoy the video about agriculture. About nationality adjectives that I posted yesterday. I hope that you'll watch up to the end, comment, like, and also share. I believe that going to give me a lot of views. This vlog or this video I'm doing today, I hope for the same. I hope that you watch, you support my channel through watching my videos, liking and commenting, always following my journey of growth. Yeah, I believe, God willing, this time next year I'll be somebody. I'll be somewhere very far. Road to 1,000 subscribers, step by step. 1,000 first, then we move slowly, just like that. Yeah, I need subscribers. Thank you for the new subscribers that have joined my channel. This is a beautiful channel, home of positive vibes. I do a variety of videos, educational videos especially. I teach English and literature, but because our curriculum has changed, I also teach and do agriculture practically so that we can learn slow by slow. Yeah, my number's there in my bio. You can support me through whichever means. You can support me psychologically, mentally, even financially, because right now
I'm looking for a way in which I can render my teachings well so that my students can have clear notes. So I may have a whiteboard or a blackboard so that I can easily teach. Sometimes I can even offer personal tuition at home so that students can gain well. Yeah, so keep on supporting my channel. This is a very small, a very young channel. So keep on supporting it whichever way you can. Everyone has an ability to do something. Do it. Full of positive vibes. Yeah, so let me finish the vlog so that I can do other things. As I said, we integrate farming like that. Look at the far end there. There is a banana cropping up, coming up. Yeah. So you can see, everything is good. This is our family farm. I think this was a nice tour. Yeah, can keep on walking. I was looking for paper, the paper I planted. I'm not seeing it. I don't know where it has gone, or something has taken it away. Please help me find it. I think I've found it. It is dried. This one. They're dried. It has dried. I can see God is good. They have started cropping up, coming up. So it's coming up. It's coming up. You just need to at least remove the weeds around so that it can regenerate. Regenerate like that. Regenerate. Finally, there it is. It's cropping up. The other one there is very good in the other farm. These ones are kales, but they are infested by pests. You just have to remove the pests, but you can remove them organically using ash. Ash can remove these pests, but you can see they are at least coming up, coming up, coming up, coming up. This place is that place is it has a lot of weeds. I think I will also, if I find time, I'll cultivate this part and make it a vegetable garden. I will show you the progress and we see how I can convert a place that no one wants to convert. It can become a very nice place or part for planting vegetables. In fact, this video is just to tell you that I'm going to make that place a nice one, a nice place. Gonna see. It's gonna be nice. Gonna be nice. Today we are cultivating that part. You can see it is fresh, just out of the shamba, just walking around here, there, making vlogs and videos for you. No retreat, no surrender. No retreat, no surrender. I can see. This one now appears it's not so much green. It needs fertilizer. So especially this one is, oh, this one is bad. This one is bad. This one is bad. Well, we weeded the other day. I mean, today you can see it is fresh, very fresh. The bean plant has very weak stems. That's why it is prudent to plant together with maize so that the stems can coil around the maize, like I planted down there. Yeah, otherwise, I'm almost ending my video here. Go home now. Go home now. I'm already here. I want to. This one is it's not encouraged like this, but this one I can use it to cook some vegetables. Enjoy hii. Hey, these hands, I want to finish my beans. Around these parts, this so that closer, so that when it rains, there will be no leaching. Rains, there will be no leaching. We have cultivated it first before putting the fertilizer, but you can put it because time is not allowing us to put the fertilizer around here so that at least it's, yeah. Just wanted to show you a bit of how it closer. This is like this. I do this so that when I put fertilizer here, it will be inside. Like it rains heavily, they'll be reduced the leaching. They'll be reduced leaching. That's the main reason why I do like that. So I want to try and do it very fast so that don't bore you with a lot of videos. With a long video. A lot of maize, not like just target the maize. Cameraman is doing a good job. Good job. Yeah, I want to go around. I want to go around 3 or 4 lines. I won't do a lot now because I've been in the gardens this morning. So I'm just going to apply a bit fertilizer this farm so that the maize can change a bit. Very fast.
So you need to unpause. Wow.
You want to do it very fast so that you want at least be shorter. Very long, very long. This place I should have waited first. Because of time, maybe 15 minutes. Now, good. Move it fast. Last chutney, very well. Yes, a lot of weeds. These are vegetables, they are weeds, because they are not wanted here.
So how long does the beans take to mature?
It will depend on the weather patterns, but I think around 2 or 3 months, 1 month.
Do they thrive on what can you say about the amount of rainfall?
It doesn't need a lot of rain.
Okay.
Because if it becomes too much, even the leaves will be splashed.
Okay.
And it will create holes, making the quality of the leaves, or rather the quality of the beans, to become,
Okay.
become poor. But right now we have a lot of rains. We just move with it, because we have to do it. We have to continue doing it.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
So between the maize and the beans, which one, which of the above matures before the other?
The beans mature fast.
Okay.
Maize takes a while,
Mhm.
but beans take a very short while. It's already mature.
So
Around 3 months, you already harvest.
maize,
3 or 2.
maize or
Beans.
beans. What about the maize?
Maize depends on the variety of
The seeds.
the seeds
Okay.
that you've planted. There are those ones that take, like Tembo, will take around 6 months. Others will take 3 months. So
I
3 months already harvested.
I also think it's also about timing of the rainy season, and on matters also preparation of the land. You prepare the land, you know.
Yeah, depends on how you prepare the land, the soil. You put the soil in the correct till.
So it's a whole process.
It's a big process. By the
Okay.
time you see maize or plants germinating like this, it's a really great process. Yeah,
It really takes a lot of effort,
it takes a lot of
from
effort.
plowing,
From plowing,
planting,
we have
weeding.
tilling of the land.
Okay.
We till land around twice. But this part I just tilled by my own hands. First time I just dug, not removing the weeds. Second time I dug seriously and removed the weeds. You can see I have not yet weeded the land. It is still clean. It's not very dirty. Yeah, so it's a whole process. But again, what matters is the end result, what you get from the plants. You look at the village right now, we harvest. Every season we harvest. There's nothing, there's no way we can miss food. We may miss money, may not have money, but but food is plenty everywhere.
It's a basic.
And that is what matters. Imagine now you are in town and you don't have such fresh vegetables. You have to buy everything. The reason why we plant, we do agriculture here and there, because we want a variety of meals, and we want to chase away hunger. Hunger is dangerous, my friend. Somebody can be hungry and even eat the monkey. Yeah, so it's very dangerous to be hungry. Yeah, that's why we do this, so that our families can be sustained. Yeah, otherwise that's it, man.
Okay. Allow me just a minute.
Okay.
There's something interesting.
Yeah. This is my cameraman speaking. You'll see him one day.
This one. What is this?
This one. This one is there's one subscriber that gave me a name. Yeah, it is used for cooking tea. It adds flavor into the tea. Yeah.
From far it resembles Napier grass.
It resembles Napier grass.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a moment we did the video with Gichoro. He told me the name of this. I've just I don't know. There's a name you was given.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Well, one. I think it's one of the African teas.
Yeah, if you smell it,
it's quite herbal.
It is herbalistic.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you smell it, it has that smell. It is transferred into the tea. Once the tea is cooked, if you drink the tea with this kind of smell, it gives that nature, that taste. Taste.
I think it's also medicinal.
Yeah, it is medicinal.
Okay.
There's one guy, my friend, told me that he had a friend, I don't know, from Sweden. He told him that it treats ailment of the stomach.
Okay.
Yeah. Gichoro told me it treats malaria, so I don't know which is which, but
some are just assumptions.
Some are tasted. I think that he has tested them. Yeah, but because if you drink tea with these what do you call it?
Those leaves.
Yes.
Tea leaves.
These tea leaves. In fact, you feel the stomach becoming, the stomach becomes happy. Or rather, it becomes settled. Even if it was rumbling, the stomach becomes settled. Yeah.
Okay.
It's very interesting. Yeah.
Okay. So, what type of fertilizer are you planning to apply here?
First, foremost, we have two types of fertilizer we normally put here in the village. We have DFP and CAN. Right now, the crops are small, have not yet reached the knee high. So because they are here, I want to put DFP fertilizer.
Okay.
Yeah, for root development. Yeah, but if when the moment the crops will reach knee high, the knee here, I'll put now the top dressing fertilizer, which is CN.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
So between the two, which one comes first? After I think there is this first and the second plowing.
You mean fertilizers?
Yeah.
Yeah, fertilizers. The one that comes first is DAP fertilizer in full diammonium phosphate. It is usually applied first because it helps in root development.
Okay.
And it even makes the leaves to turn green. The one that comes later is CN fertilizer, which is we usually use it for top dressing, so that the crops or the plants will become leafy and will also become. We make a lot of food. It's used to make food, making the plants, the crops become leafy and greenish, and also facilitates in the making of food. Yeah, that's why you'll find that if you don't apply that, you'll harvest very tiny crops. But if you put the CN later, it will become good. Others even add urea fertilizer for also top dressing, making you have a bump harvest in the end. So I'm planning today to the holes I'm trying to put here. I'm planning to put DAP fertilizer. Yeah, so that at least these roots can develop and become strong, and also the plants, the leaves do not turn purplish. You know, if you want to identify a plant or a maize that does not have fertilizer, you'll see the color turning from green to purple.
Or quite yellowish.
Yeah, yellowish.
Some of them.
Yeah, yellowish, but
Not
mostly
all of them, but
purple color. It will show that this crop has a problem. I don't know whether you can see any.
I'm trying to have a look.
Check. So this place is fertile. Ah, it is fertile. That's why it's very difficult to identify whether you can see that.
That's why I also said that for a good harvest, it also takes one, because you know that process, tilling,
Sure.
etc., etc.
Etc. Etc.
So
Yeah. So that's it. So just want to. Uh,
So, there was something I was thinking about, huh? And it's about, you know,
Look at
some.
this one. This one has started turning purple.
yeah. So this one has a bit of lacks nutrients.
So about generally the type of seeds, and also the type of whether organic manure
Yeah.
or that fertilizer, for example, that DAP to be specific. Generally, also about the changing weather patterns, some prevailing conditions like you know, some insects. So what do you think compared to organic manure and for example, that fertilizer you just said, in terms of you know, fighting those some of the insects and generally predators? You know, some predators like which one? Or yours also, yeah, or pests that are prone to attacking maize and beans.
Yeah, we have a lot. We have like cutworm. It's very dangerous. Cut the stem.
How do you get rid of them? Lifetime experience.
There are many ways in which you can get rid of them.
Yeah. Nowadays we have agricultural chemicals, pesticides that the moment the maize has grown up to knee high and is big, you find some part of the leaf, especially in the middle part, turning into another color because it has been infested by pests. So we can use pesticides to remove those particular pests, just like that. Yeah. So
Okay. Wow. Interesting.
You can use. We also have biological means. Sometimes you find birds. Birds are feeding on the pest. Hens, you can see the hens there. They're really enjoying those. They find cutworms they will eat. In fact, that is the best way because you know these agricultural chemicals are not good. Yeah, but again, we have to use them because right now the land. Yeah, if you just use organic chemicals, organic fertilizer, may not do well because the land has already been. The quality of the land has already been spoiled.
It's a combination of the both advised,
Yes.
of
Yeah,
both
yeah. In fact,
organic and
if you apply organic matter, organic fertilizer, for example, you are improving the soil structure and also improving the fertility rate of the soil.
okay.
And you know, if you do that continuously, find that the quality of the soil will start coming well. Find there's a place if you plant maize without putting any fertilizer, maize are already germinate. So it's better to have organic and also the inorganic fertilizers. Yeah, both of them do it.
Something that really baffles me, it's about another category of, they are called monkeys. I don't know if you have baboons near here. Of course, the area is very forested. You see, hugely, it is hugely forested. So I overheard that you have some visitors here. They're called monkeys.
Hey,
They visit you here. So what do they eat?
monkeys.
Mm.
Monkeys, I made a video another day complaining that monkeys are a problem. Monkeys eat everything they find, especially they are vegetarian.
Okay.
In, in agriculture, rather in biology, we used to call them omnivorous because they can eat vegetables, they can eat plants, maize, grains, and then sometimes you know, I told them another story. One time, somebody was cooking food in the kitchen. Because the monkeys did not have maize, they opted to go to the kitchen and steal the maize and beans. Yeah, I don't know how it is called in English. How is it called in English?
You know, I think monkeys compared to human beings.
It's a very sensitive part, a very sensitive issue. Yeah, very sensitive issues about human beings and monkeys. Yeah, according to scientists, they say that human beings began there, but that is science. But if you look at, monkeys have tails, they have a nose, they have teeth, they have eyes. Yeah, they are very funny, very, very tricky, mischievous. They are very bright.
So
you can stay in a place still clear and eat your maize while you are just there.
on that same segment, allow me divert you a little bit. Permit me if you may.
No problem.
When you said about monkeys, and you also went ahead and said about I don't remember the specific type of theory. I think we had some theories about the origin of mankind. I think that was scientific.
That is scientific and historical.
So it's both scientific and historical. And there's another one. Which is the other one?
Biblical.
Biblical, eh? And then, is there any other? I think we have.
There are so many theories. Theories that talk about the evolution of man. We have the Darwinism theory.
Oh, Darwin. Charles Darwin.
According to Charles Darwin, says that man
Originate.
came from apes. Apes.
So,
yeah, but again, I told you that is a very sensitive topic.
Of course it is. That's why before I ask you my question, I want to ask you, is it, I don't think if it is in order for you to say what's your opinion about, or which of the above theories do you believe maybe at least two of them that at least not only make sense but can be proven.
I'm in a quagmire because I am both a Christian and I'm both a scientist. In a way, if you look at science, the way it brings about that topic is really confusing because the scientists said that we used to have a tail to touch at the behind here. There's something called coccyx. It is now vestigial, it is not existing, but if you feel, it seems that there was a tail here that it was removed. But if you believe again in God, we are told that He also created the first human beings, or Adam and Eve. That is where we came from. So I don't know which to believe, because personally I was not in the Garden of Eden, and also the scientists the time they were doing science, we were not. They just learned. So I don't know which part to believe. Maybe people can tell me in the comment section which one you think. Or
you create a poll.
I can even create a poll. I don't know.
Yeah, I believe you said it's a quite controversial topic because everyone believes in what he or she believes in.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's a very controversial, and then because of the nature of the topic, I believe everyone's opinion is valid. That's what I believe.
Yeah.
Because Even you can see, for example, Charles Darwin. He said what he said, but then he had, how do I put it? Backing. He was backing up his theory. You know. You see what I'm trying to do there?
Proving his point.
Yeah, he was supporting his theory. So that's why I'm saying I believe each and every opinion is valid, because that is a very, very controversial matter.
It's really.
I believe it will go down in history as to so many generations as a very controversial topic.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's it. Thank you for those questions, because through the questions, people learn.
You get to learn, by the way.
Yeah, we learn.
You see, that's why I think, is it at least 80% of Kenya's land is forested? As in, most part of the Kenyan land. That's why they say that the backbone of our economy is agriculture.
Yeah, we have a lot of forests in our country. Yeah, and we have some major landmarks, some major forests that are preserved even by the government. Because through forests, there's a lot of wild animals there. There's a lot of game there. Yeah, forests also make the environment beautiful. Forests also contribute to the weather patterns of the country. Forests are also habitats for many
Animals, by the way, both domestic and wild.
Yeah, in fact, forests are many. We have so many forests even in our village here in Nyabohanse. So many forests.
And national-wide, we also have some interesting ones and bigger ones. Larger tracts of land, I tell you.
So many forests.
Like I've been to Aberdare Forest.
You've been there?
Yeah.
Yeah, what unique thing is there? What do you find there that maybe we don't know?
I didn't went deeply, because the government at the time was still planning so many things. The neighboring county, I think there was also some other matters to do with land and etc. But before I forget and I wind up, because I don't have so many questions, but I'm just inquisitive.
But the moment you say, in literature, the moment you say that the character is inquisitive, it means you are defining yourself as you like asking questions.
But you see what I did there? You see what I did there? So in the past 3 to 4 days in Kenya, especially in the North Rift, there's a county called Elgeyo Marakwet County. So the place was, that is amidst the long rains that have been raining nationwide. But you see there, I think it's an highland. So they receive, the amount of rainfall they receive, you can't compare to our place. That is quite heavy. Thunderstorms. You overheard the other day, there were landslides.
Tornadoes.
Yeah.
Tornadoes.
Yeah.
Tornadoes.
By the way, they claimed life of, at least as per yesterday, almost 30 people. Yeah. So houses were destroyed, plants, animals. So my question is, as a scientist and as a geographic, what causes a landslide, especially in such a region? Because I saw it. You can see the pictures, the videos. Catastrophic, I tell you. I thank God we don't experience such here in our place. We do.
Yeah,
Also, so some few floods.
My little geography learned that in our deep lands, deeper in our lands here, we have
some earthquakes sometimes, or tremors in our land. Once they happen, and maybe the land is not well placed, sometimes we have landslide. The land slides because there are some activities that go on in our earth down here. I don't know whether it is magma or what, but in our lands here we have some activities that go on. Yeah, there are some forces. I don't know whether they're called tectonic forces that facilitate that. Sometimes you hear the land shaking with earthquakes. Once they happen systematically, yeah.
But generally, the weather is so conducive here.
Village here we're blessed.
And also, you know, we border Tanzania here, so you can even hear the atmosphere this time.
Tanzania.
We border TZ, so I think we take, it's a combination of both. Yeah, I'm not that familiar with the weather patterns there, but I think they are quite the same. They don't vary too much.
When you border such a country, easily have the same weather patterns or weather conditions.
Okay.
Especially nowadays, people plant a lot of trees, so the weather is good. See, even the rains are continuous. There's a moment I remember there was drought
In TZ or in
this area.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
was it in early 2000s?
yeah, around there. So it was really, really catastrophic.
I was not born. I was not born yet, but I was following up from where I was.
I think you are fetus, or you are
Embryo.
zygote or an embryo.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So you can.
Yeah.
So you can see my cameraman there. He has a lot of questions, but they are very good. Call them pregnant questions.
Very,
yeah.
very inquisitive in nature, you know.
Yeah.
But it's an interesting project.
Okay.
So before you even apply fertilizer, I wanted to ask you about this. What type of banana is this? Because, and I've never seen around here such, this kind.
This is a very unique. This is a very unique banana. It's I saw one of videos, Gichoro's video. He said this is not even a banana. It's called a plantain.
I think you and Gichoro, where did you find this type of? Is it Ugandan?
I don't know whether this one comes from Tanzania or something.
You said you don't know it, so you have a homework.
Then I'll have to find out.
But
I think
it's quite interesting.
I think my guy Gichoro can really come, can really tell us. Can tell us about. Can tell us about this. Can tell us more about this project.
He's our learned partisan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Interesting. Okay, so let's work on the fertilizer.
I don't know.
Keep going.
Don't know if you look. We have the same forehead. So this is my brother. You can introduce yourself, and then we close the video because we want to do other things. Yeah.
Elijah Gibbs.
He's Elijah Gibbs. Is my brother. He follows me closely. Yeah, he has come to support me in my work. We do things together. We are in the village right now. He has traveled all the way from the capital city to the village to support me. Right now we are in holidays. That's what we are doing here. I'm a teacher, but because I'm in holiday, I have to farm. Yeah, so that we have something to eat.
So I'm still studying, but also still farming here.
Okay.
So it is what it is.
my guy, do you have a channel? Do you wish to have a channel?
Yeah. We'll tag down there. Elijah Gibbs.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a new one, by the way.
Yeah. Are you able to? Have you already decided what you're going to post about, or we shall? You'll tell us maybe next time, or you already tell us now, or you're thinking about it, but
still figuring it out.
Okay.
But so dynamic. I'm very dynamic.
That's
so
good.
Things So I think it would be an interesting one.
Okay,
So
can't wait to see.
yeah, it should be an interesting one because you see, I'm a person who is very dynamic. Now, I think it's something good to be also dynamic because
Sure.
there are so many aspects of life
So
that
many.
I like. You know me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Wrestling, football, agriculture,
everything
sports.
full of
I mean,
entertainment.
so many things, guys.
Okay, thank you very much. Today's video, I think it's enough for today. We
Call
can
it a
reach
day.
there. We call it a day. Too much of something is poison. Yeah, please remember to always come back to my channel, watch my videos up to the end, subscribe, hit the hit the notification button. Remember to leave a positive feedback, comments. For contacts, my contacts are in my bio. Everything is there. Let us improve our channel. If you have a recommendation or a commendation, please reach out so that we can improve ourselves. Thank you very much.
And that's your parting shot.
That is my parting shot. Goodbye.